Okay, so if you've come to this video, your challenge with meditation is just knowing if you're doing it right. And so many people come to us with these questions. Am I sitting right? Do I keep my eyes open or closed? What do I focus on? How do I breathe? What meditation style is right for me? Well, what I want to do is dispel some of those myths right now and give you some really interesting ideas so that you know just how easy meditation can be, and you're safe and secure that you are indeed doing it right. The issue with meditation is there are so many styles out there. We often hear conflicting advice. And meditation is different from, say, something like jogging. Think about jogging for a moment. We all know how to use our legs. We all know that a good jog has happened when we've gone from point A to point B. So there's a clear progression, a clear start point, a clear end point. The problem with meditation is we don't know where that end point is. After 5 minutes, were you doing it right? Should you be feeling something? And that's what ends up being the end of so many people's meditation practice. They don't know how to measure the results they are getting. So we're going to talk about two things. We're first going to rapidly answer some of the common questions about posture, sitting, and then we're going to show you how to actually get a sense of the results you're getting from meditation. So first, let's talk about all the common questions. How do you sit during meditation? Well, firstly, the best time to meditate is in the morning when you wake up. This is because your mind is naturally in a relaxed state. So get out of bed, use the restroom, get back to bed, sit up, do not lie flat, sit up, keep your eyes closed. The closed eyes are relevant to keeping you in the right brain frequency for meditation, and then begin your meditation practice. Now, you do not have to sit still though. If you feel an itch, you can scratch it. If there is a sound, don't worry about it. Meditation isn't something that you go deep into only to have the sound of a baby suddenly pull you up and have you discard all of your results. You can go deep, you can come out. You can go deep, you can come out. And when I say deep and up, all I'm talking about is your level of brainwave frequency, which can be measured. So the point of meditation is to reduce your brainwave frequency by putting you in a relaxed state. But you do not have to stay in that relaxed state for any length of time to get results. You can get into that relaxed state for a minute and still feel some of those results. Now, of course, when you can extend that to 5, 10, 15 minutes, as we do with our OmHarmonics practice, you get tremendous results. But even 1 or 2 minutes will still make a big difference in your life. So meditation is easy, but just know, because there isn't an end point, we sometimes get too hard on ourselves. Now, the second tip is, how do you structure your meditation so that you can check off certain things? This is how we've been trained in the modern world to work. We know we've accomplished a goal when we can check it off. And so sitting still and relaxing your mind just seems so unnatural, doesn't it? Well, if your idea of meditation is the idea that meditation is like the ancient practices of hermits, where you shut yourself in a cave and you clear your mind and go totally zen and nothing disturbs you, well, then you're going to have a problem, because you do not live 1,000 years ago. You live in the modern world with distractions, with careers, with kids, with Facebook updates. So your meditation has to be different. So what you want to do is structure your meditation into a series of different markers. Here's how I do it. When I meditate, I first start by focusing on my breath. I do this for maybe 30 seconds. I then do what is a compassion practice. I think about my children, my spouse, my favorite people in the world, and I imagine myself projecting love to them and then feeling that love come back to me. Okay, so that's marker 1 and marker 2. As soon as I finish these visualizations, I've accomplished something. Check and check. I then go on to a gratitude practice where I think about things I'm grateful for. I then spend the next 5 to 10 minutes visualizing my perfect day or visualizing my life 3 years ahead and what I'd like to see in my life 3 years ahead. Check again. Finally, I may say a prayer, I may imagine myself receiving a blessing, and I emerge from my meditation. So notice I've taken what would normally be a boring practice and divided it into slices. And I follow these slices, and each is joyful for me, happy to me. Now, you do not have to follow those same slices. You can create your own slices, your own markers that pick stuff that means something to you. There are many different things you can bring in during meditation. It's not all about incense and mantras. Simply turn your meditation into a thought practice where you are applying your thoughts, applying your joy, applying your gratitude, the things in life that matter to you, people, situations, goals, visions. Basically, you're using meditation as a tool to get better at life itself. And when you do this, you're doing it right. Now, for those of you who use OmHarmonics, you know that OmHarmonics technology basically takes you into a deep meditation and then brings you out again in 15 minutes or 30-minute spans. So what you would do is you could still use OmHarmonics, and when you use OmHarmonics, you don't have to worry too much about the markers because OmHarmonics automatically guides you. But you can still apply these markers with OmHarmonics. In other words, you can take your 15-minute OmHarmonics practice and decide that for the first 5 minutes, you're going to think about gratitude. And the next 5 minutes, you're going to do a compassion practice. And for the final 5 minutes, you're going to think about your visions for the future. So it is really easy to combine both and make your meditation practice even more powerful. So now that you know how to take your meditation to the next step, let me tell you about how you can accelerate that progress and get even better results with meditation using OmHarmonics. So I got into meditation in 2002. I was an engineer in Silicon Valley and going through a really rough time. I just lost 2 companies. I was 30 grand in debt. And the only job I could get back in 2002 when the dot-com bubble had burst was a job where I had to dial for dollars, calling up law firms to sell them technology. It was excruciatingly painful, and I wasn't making enough to actually survive in a city like San Francisco. One day in desperation, I went online and I Googled, looking for hope, and I ended up discovering meditation. I took my first meditation class a few weekends later, and instantly my life transformed. Overnight, I was able to double my sales, but the funny thing was, it didn't stop. I kept growing and growing and growing at my work. The more I got into meditation and explored different meditation practices. I remember in 4 months, I got promoted 3 times and I was made director of sales at the company. So I stayed with that company for another 18 months before deciding that I felt a calling, that there was more I wanted to do with my life. And when I quit, I decided that if I could do one thing to really leave a mark on the world, it would be to get meditation to more people. For the next 5 years, I was teaching meditation classes in New York and London to thousands upon thousands of people. And as I did this, I realized that we could go a lot bigger and touch a lot more lives if we figured out ways to take this meditation training, merge it with technology, and get it to millions of people. And that is how Mindvalley was formed, and this is how we ended up creating OmHarmonics, which is one of our best ever and highest rated meditation tools. See, in training thousands of people in meditation, I noticed that many people would have similar problems. They wouldn't know if they were doing it right. They would fall asleep. They would be unable to focus. Sometimes their minds would wander. And so, after doing research and speaking to many of the great minds I was in contact with, I decided that we needed to create something that could put people into the right state of meditation, help them go deep, instantly allow them to stay focused, stay awake, and experience all the wonders that meditation could produce. The result is OmHarmonics, and OmHarmonics is based on the idea of binaural beats. Binaural beats are technology that produces a different frequency of sound in each ear, so you have to be listening to OmHarmonics with headphones directly plugged into your ear. Now what the headphones do is, because of the different frequencies of sounds in each ear, they create a third frequency in your brain that induces altered states of awareness. That is the principle behind it. I worked with my partner, Paul Hoffman, one of the greatest audio engineers in the world, to produce this program. Paul was ecstatic when OmHarmonics was on a billboard in Times Square. I got to present OmHarmonics at Google HQ in Dublin to a crowd of politicians and engineers passionate about bringing meditation to the world. So we're really excited about where we've been able to take this product and the lives that it can impact, because it is more than just binaural beats. Although that is the base technology, there is so much more innovation that we brought into OmHarmonics. So the first is called MRT, or multivariate resonance technology. Paul found that people could get into deeper states of meditation, not when they just had binaural beats, but when he embedded certain deep biological sounds within the track, sounds that emulate human breathing or human heartbeat. It sort of puts you in sync, and we found that this created even better results. Now the second is a concept called guided flow. See, when you go into meditation, you don't just go from the awake state to meditation. You gradually lower your brain waves and then you gradually come out. So we thought, well, what if our technology could replicate the same cycle. So OmHarmonics does not just switch off and switch on. It uses guided flow to guide you into a full immersive 15-minute or 20-minute session. Takes you deep, keeps you there, brings you out. So when you come out of your meditation, you're alert, you're fully awake, you're not groggy. You have completed an entire cycle. So with any OmHarmonics tracks, listen to the 15-minute or the 30-minute version. Third, so many binaural products out there are grating on the ears because you're listening to a particular sound frequency, right? And that's where the genius of Paul Hoffman comes in. Now, Paul brought in his musical background into OmHarmonics, and what he ended up creating is a binaural product which is so elegant on the ears. It is amazing the number of spas and other organizations that speak to us, yoga studios and such, asking us if they can pipe OmHarmonics through their studios because of the impact it has on people practicing yoga or people in a spa. It is just beautiful to listen to. Finally, and the best part about OmHarmonics is that OmHarmonics is not just one track. See, there are 5 different OmHarmonics tracks because people meditate in different ways. So if you meditate in the morning, you might want to listen to the Start of Day track. The Start of Day is designed for early morning meditation. It's designed for practices that you do in the morning before you start your day. Practices such as gratitude or creative visualization. It's designed to take you straight from sleep into meditation, into a gorgeous awake state to start your day. The second track is called Focus. Focus is really powerful because you can play it in your office. You can play Focus while you're on your laptop answering emails with your eyes wide open. Focus is designed to keep you fully alert, focused, and creative in your work. So you see, OmHarmonics isn't just something you listen to while you meditate. You can apply this when you're working as well. The third is called the Spark. Now, I love using the Spark track when I need a burst of inspiration because I'm about to go into a brainstorm, or when I'm trying to solve a massive business problem or a massive creative problem such as a new chapter for my book. Spark is a meditation that you listen to with your eyes closed while in a relaxed state, while pondering a problem you are trying to solve. It helps induce creative insights, intuition, and inspiration to help you find the answers you're looking for. Balance is a track that we designed for people who, in the middle of a workday, want to just relax. You could play Balance in your office just to calm down after a stressful meeting. You can also use Balance with your yoga practice or your exercise practice. Balance is perfect to be combined with stretching, yoga, qigong, or other slow-moving, beautiful exercises. And the final track is one of my favorites. It's called Deep Rest. It has been one of my favorite tracks for the last 1 year because I recently became the father of a baby daughter. And it is hard to get babies to sleep when you want them to sleep. And what I found is that playing Deep Rest on my iPhone and placing it in the room where my baby daughter sleeps helps us sleep better. Deep Rest is a track designed for anyone who wants to sink into deep, beautiful, gorgeous sleep without pills or any other artificial stimulant. As you can see, OmHarmonics is designed to give you 5 different types of meditation audios so that you can use it throughout your day for different scenarios that you come in. Meditation will no longer just be limited to the idea of meditating in the morning. Also know that OmHarmonics is so easy to use. You can use it on our beautiful web platform, but if you have a mobile phone, you can use it on our Mindvalley Academy app and play it directly on your mobile phone. With OmHarmonics, we also include bonus videos to help you address and answer some of your biggest meditation challenges. So I encourage you to try out OmHarmonics. And know that you do not have to make up your mind right now. You can try out OmHarmonics for a full 30 days. Mindvalley's customer support team is there to help. And if you find it isn't for you, with 1 email, you can get a full and unconditional refund. So all you have to do to get started with OmHarmonics is order from this page. Thank you.